grid as they wait for the lights to go out. The revs are building. Let's go racing.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
As we come back into the racing scope here and we look back at how everyone's navigating the track. We've got a cluster of our first 8 drivers together and then a nice little gap back to a TDR duo and Packer, and then Sekka's all on his lonesome at the back doing their laps. So again, as Armin's pointed out earlier, we're getting the different strategies. Some want slipstream, some don't. You know, how much is the benefit of dirty air and slipstream around here, but Pup coming through to set the first lap time of the hot lap, and 20.4. I think Dale was just backed out of his lap there.
Tombo, and, Apex with a 19.2.
Yeah, Tombo not far off him, 19.8, and Scooter 0.003 of a second behind Tombo with a 19.852. Sekka's 20.0, so not having the greatest of qualifying on the mediums there.
And Flossie probably looks like he got a penalty coming out of the last corner.
Ooh, that's going to hurt.
He's going to have to do it from the back.
Having a little bit of deja vu here from Brutal in the second quali session. That's the same thing as he did. He looked to be on an absolute cracker of a lap and picked up a half a second in that final corner. But there we go, and I'm thinking we keep an eye on Tombo here. I feel like he could be the catalyst to a lot of things happening off the front row. Whether he can get the launch on this Mazda, lights out. He's bogged it down a little. Here comes Scooter and Nux, both moving to the inside already.
And Apex has got an absolute rocket of a launch down there.
Oh, Tombo looking around the outside. Lap 1 on the mediums. Cold tyres. He's held it so far. He's side by side with Scooter as we come into turn 3 now.
Yeah, you kind of get left out in no man's land out there. So it's hard to make that pass stick.
He's done well though.
Yep.
Oh, Scooter getting a bit loose on corner exit, but he holds it.
Oh, someone's around. Who have we got?
That's Pup.
Yeah, CS Pup there. CJS Pup is just in the pack and then pointing the wrong direction.
Still at the front, we've got Tombo and Scooter side by side. Tombo was looking to get around the outside of Scooter again, but Scooter covered it off and got a little bit of a bump from him. Ran a little wide on the exit there, and it's going to open the door for Tombo to stay right with him as we come through to the start of Sector 3 now, through the sweeping left-hander here.
Scooter using every inch of the track on exit there.
Here we go. Who's going to get the better run? Oh, Tombo got it tucked in nicely. Whoa, bit of a moment.
Wiggle on
here
exit
comes
there.
Nux. Under 0.2 of a second. He's definitely in range to have a go into turn 1 here. Is Tombo going to defend it? He's going to stay around the outside, is Tombo. Nux looking to make the braking of that McLaren work. He's gone a little deep. Tombo's giving him the room though, and he's taken the spot very nicely as Nux. So Tombo just fallen backwards after starting second. He's dropped back 1 place a lap, so he's going to end up in dead last at this rate.
That's very harsh. Very harsh.
It's statistics, mate.
It's math. It's how math works.
If he keeps dropping back 1 place every lap, he's going to be in dead last. But it looks like Oily in 6th place is... How has Lucky survived that one? Wow.
Who got absolutely destroyed into the wall? Was that Zoo?
That was Flossie. That was Flossie and Zoo getting together. I think there was a bit of a weird collision involving a bit of curb. But
that'll be interesting to watch on replay later.
Yeah, I'll be saving that one.
There was definitely some stuff happening there.
Meanwhile, battle for third was contested until the last corner. Seckers has dropped off a little bit. Tomo's got a great run, and Nux has got enough to hold him off. Oily, with a bit of a rough run, is going to come under fire from Lucky again after being blessed and getting a bit of a gap. Lucky defensive against Flossie in the background there too. Flossie really trying to get by that McLaren and struggling in the Mercedes here at the moment.
He's definitely got the pace to get by Lucky and gap him, but it's just, yeah, it can be really hard to get a clean passway here. He dives to the inside now through the sweeper.
Oh, he's got loose.
He's going to hold him out there. Oh, Lucky goes on the gravel.
Yeah, Flossie kicked the rear tyres out there, trying to get that power down in the low gears.
A little bit of contact there. That'll be an interesting one to watch afterwards as well.
Yeah,
so
I think that one might have been a bit of netcode. Flossie with a slide up the hill as well. It's what we were seeing from quite a few of the Fangit drivers out of that corner. That little bump on the exit really just... it lifts the Mercedes up enough to let the rear tyres just start spinning and can cause problems if you're not careful.
You got to be really careful on exit there.
Oh, as I say, that oil's having a moment as well.
Just, yeah, Flossie is pushing super hard. I think he just needs to back it off like...
Tombo for third here.
1%.
Nux going defensive. Tombo around the outside. He's super late on the brakes. He's using all of the outside. Nux taking the racing line. Oh, Tombo's got into his rear quarter and spun him.
Yeah, very aggressive. Very aggressive there.
I'm sure that'll be looked at as well, as Tombo now, as Nux, apologies, drops back behind Seckers and in front of the Fangit duo of Flossie and Oil. But yeah, I think that one might have been lag related as well, but tricky to tell. I'm sure Nux will want to make up that place on Seckers as soon as possible as well. I don't know how much under threat he feels from Oily at the moment. It's also a bit tricky to keep your head a little bit after a moment like that. He might be feeling, a bit jaded. He's gotten spun and passed and lost 2 spots and getting angry, but he's got to keep calm and just focus on these next 7 laps.
Yeah, and it looks like Nux is a bit of the cork in the bottle here at the moment. We've got 2 Mercedes that are just all over his rear bumper.
Yeah, I think Flossie was pushing Oil through a bit of that lap there, so he's just got a little bit of help from Seckers there for a bit of slipstream. Bit of a position swap there from Flossie and Oil. So Oily not trying to hold up Flossie anymore, letting him loose to attack this pack here. And if he's lucky, he could sneak a 4th place.
Yeah, it's definitely on the cards. He's got the pace to do it. It's just a matter of whether he can make those passes.
He's absolutely given this Mercedes 110% too. Loose up out of the uphill left-hander, and now he's right on the back of Nux and Seckers after they have a look. So your 2-car battle turns into a 3-car battle just like that. One little half move from Nux or Seckers, and there it is. Seckers defensive as we come through the uphill section. Oh, Flossie's got into the rear quarter of Nux again. He's, again, got to try and keep that calm after that moment, and Oil is right back there. He has been nailing the uphill section here at the start of Sector 3.
Yeah, he's definitely been doing some really nice, consistent laps in there, and Oil's not one of the drivers who has a lot of time to practice every week, so he's doing a really good job just being consistent.
Yeah, it looks like everyone spreads out just enough, that dirty air helping through that last corner, lack of downforce, and everyone just kind of spreads to about that half a second marker, and no one's close enough to make a move happen. Oily came under a bit of threat from Lucky. Got loose on the corner exit too, so he could come under threat as we come into the next braking zone here. Lucky using all the track behind him.
The Mercedes is really strong through this sector here, So it's going to be interesting to see if Flossie goes,
Ooh.
tries to dive down the inside.
We saw him try it on Tombo and it worked. Nux had it covered and was late enough on the brakes. And I'm sure Seckers is liking this. It's a little bit of relief for him having Flossie try and get by Nux. Gives him that extra 0.2 of a second to work with kind of thing. Oh, late on the brakes is Flossie. And Oil goes through as Flossie tries not to take the position. Luck goes through as well. Luck having a little look up the inside through the kink on Oil as well, but unlucky for Flossie. This race 2 is really not going his way. Penalty in quali, and then a couple of moments with, yeah.
It's hard when you get caught in that mid-pack, in the pack, and you just trying to get clear and get some air, and it's so difficult once you get caught up with those cars.
Yeah, I've found myself a couple of times when you're in that mid-pack and you're sitting behind, say, Lucky's sitting behind Oil here and he thinks, well, I'm faster than him, I should be ahead of him, and then Oily runs a little wide, you think, yeah, I should be ahead of him, so you try and make a move sooner than it's needed, and, mistake, Oily's dropping 2 tyres on the grass as well, he's concerning me, I don't want to watch him anymore, but I have to, because it's the best battle on track right now. Flossie looking around the outside of Oil having a little bit of a look up the inside of Lucky as well. Wouldn't be surprised if Oily lets Flossie go here on the uphill, but that's, I would say, Oily's strongest part of the track. So he holds position on the power nicely. Lovely throttle application. Lovely throttle application from Oily there, and I'm assuming we didn't see the same from Flossie.
No, we did not.
Yeah, so I heard the screech and the squeal of Flossie, but I was watching Oil's throttle and it was just really smooth all the way up. He waited until the bump to go full throttle, and yeah, it was really well done by him, so I can see why he's been so strong in that area now as well. We'll take this moment to go for a quick run through the field as this battle's stretched out a little. So leading the field we have Apex with a 3-second gap over Scooter. 2 seconds back from Scooter is Tombo, and then 3.5 seconds back from Tombo is Seckers in 4th.
You got Nux there for TDR in 5th, Lucky for TDR in 6th, Oil and Flossie in 7th and 8th for Fangit.
Packer 3 seconds off the back of Flossie. Zoo is quite a ways back off the back of Packer, 4.6 seconds now. We got 4.6 back to Pup, and almost 12 seconds from Pup back to Dale, who's not had his best race. Those first 2 laps, it looks like he's lost quite a large amount of time, unfortunately, and there's not much he could do about it from there onwards. We'll jump back to Lucky, Oil, and Flossie, as this is absolutely where the battle is, and Lucky and Oil using every bit of track on the exit there. Nice and composed for Oily through the left sweeper, but I think now's... Lucky's a little wide through... Flossie! Oh, he saved that one! Wow! I don't know how he's done it, but he's done it. And I was about to say we could see Flossie make another position change with Oil, but he's pushing for 110% out of that thing, and it's showing.
He's definitely trying very, very hard. He's doing the best he can
take it.
But he's certainly providing some exciting moments for us to watch. So that's always a good thing.
Of exciting moments, 4th place is getting a bit heated. Seckers has run wide as well. Nux has got a run on him around the outside. It's going to turn to the inside as they come into the braking zone here as well. So I just saw Nux starting to gain. I think the tyre wear of that Toyota Supra is starting to take a bit of an effect. As he gets loose on corner exit too. Trying to use first gear to get a bit of power down.
Yeah, it's a bit slippery on the inside of that uphill section there. If you get too narrow, it gets really, really loose.
See, I think now Nux is in danger. Unless he can nail this last corner, he could get passed back from Seckers.
Massive understeer there from Nux.
He's got a better exit than Seckers though, so he's probably going to live another day, and he's only got to do it 2 more times after making that move now, so It's looking like he's going to be able to hold on for a little bit. The tyre wear, it's probably about 10 to 15% more tyre gone off of Sekka's front right than there is Nux. So the weight of that Toyota Supra really starting to slow it down late in this race, which is interesting because the next race is longer and you've got to run that medium tyre longer, so it could be very interesting to see.
Yeah, race 3 coming up shortly, 21 laps, mandatory tyres, medium and hard. It's going to be a very interesting race to watch, so you make sure you stick around for that one.
And the trio back at it again here as well, Flossie, Oil, Luck, all back together. They seem to get real close up to each other. Oh, Flossie, my goodness.
He's putting on a show, that's for sure.
They seem to all get really close to each other, and then I don't know if it's the aero wash or everyone gets, a little nervous racing in such close quarters, but we see little mistakes and they spread out and they've concertinaed back together again now, coming into the last corner. Oh, Nux again, just running way out wide. Oiley's got the best exit out of the three here.
I think it's most definitely aero wash, because it's very, very difficult when you're trying to accelerate out of a corner and you're following someone so closely. The front just seems so loose.
Oh, look at Oiley on the exit there. He's right up behind that McLaren, but again, that aero wash here is going to play a big hand. Oh, two wheels on the grass. He's doing it to me again.
He's gathered it all up.
Heartstrings. Oh, is he? Oh, my goodness. It's two wheels on the grass again. He's just... I'm pulling for you, Oiley, but come on, mate. My heart can't take this. And Flossie now right up behind Oil's probably about sick of looking at the back of the same car that he has, and he's now looking around the outside. Oiley not going to fight that one. Lifts off, says, all right, yeah, no, I'll let you by this time. Flossie will lose it up the hill here. And we'll jump up to the top of the field. Apex coming through that last corner to take 2 from 2. 100% win rate so far. He's really going after that Max Verstappen title as he brings home first place. Scooter with a strong second. Tombo is going to reign it home in third. Nux is going to hold on to that fourth. Get about a second gap back to Seckers, who's going to be in fifth. Lucky's going to hold off the Fangit duo. Flossie in seventh. Eighth for Oil. Ninth for Packer, which is a great result, being a fill-in driver. Zoo in 10th. Pup in 11th. And Dale is driving Miss Daisy. He's said, we'll go on to the next race, guys. Probably about 8 laps ago, I think.
I think Dale thought it was reverse grid for the next race.
That's next week, maybe.
I'll let you give him the bad news.
Yeah. Can we just not tell him, or...?
Yeah, well, he'll figure it out.
Yeah, as soon as the 5-minute quali starts, I'm pretty sure he'll clue in.
Yeah. I mean, it can be reverse grid. All he's got to do is stick it on pole.
Yeah, true.
And Apex took the fastest lap again in that one as well, of a 19.047.